Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's new episode of the Frisco Report with my co-host, Mike. What's going on, Mike? We're going to get into this first round of the final mock draft of the season for the Frisco Report. We're going to do the first round, all 32 teams. Mike, what's going on? What's your feeling right now as we're 2 days away from the NFL draft, man?
It's so interesting because we're 2 days away. And you turn on Twitter, you turn on Facebook, you turn on all these social media avenues, and everybody's arguing. Everybody's arguing who's going to go above who's graded higher, right, Joe? Yeah. And in 2 days, the debate gets settled, right? So we could bicker point all day. Point me in a direction where mock drafts have been right, and you might win some money, okay? If you could predict all 32 mock drafts and trades and all that, then you're gonna you better go buy some lottery tickets because in 2 days, all the mock drafts are out the window. This mock draft right here that we're doing today, Joe, it's out the window in 2 days because there's never been a mock board ever since the NFL draft ever that has been 100% accurate.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. 2 days away. You're right on with that, Mike. And, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. Like you said, all the debating, pitch, certain, porn, all this other junk. Whoever we get, full support behind the players. Let's hope that we get some top-notch guys. We're drafting high in every round, so you expect to get some impact players, throughout the first couple of rounds. So I can't wait, guys. But guys, shout out to everybody in the chat box. Shout out to all you guys. We see a lot of familiar names. You've been following us through the whole offseason and the NFL draft coverage that we've been putting out day in and day out. So shout out to you guys. We're going to get right into this, guys. We're going to use the mock draft machine for this one, the simulator. All right, so let me share this window out, Mike. Here we go. Let's get this 32 team mock draft going.
Hey, and before we get into this, guys, make sure you share it up with a friend, guys, because YouTube's been acting crazy lately. Views are down and it's draft season. So share it with a friend, guys.
All right, here we go, guys. So first round action. Shout out to everybody in the chat box.
We're already using StreamYard. Why is it giving us an ad for StreamYard?
Here we go. All right, Mike. So we have selected all 32 teams. So offline we said I would get the first pick. We're gonna do every other pick. We don't know what we're picking here. I haven't told Mike my picks. Mike hasn't told me his. If one of us says that there's going to be a trade here, we'll see if we can execute it here through the simulator and that kind of thing. So we should have some surprise picks in here and that sort of thing. So without further ado, let's get into this. We'll have some discussion here. But here we go, Mike, with the first pick in the 2021 NFL draft. I'm going to say the Jaguars are going to go with Trevor Lawrence with the number 1 pick. Mike, you're on the board. You're on the clock. Jets.
Yes. With the second pick in the 2021 NFL draft, the New York Jets draft Zach Wilson, BYU.
All right. Pretty clear cut there. Okay. The San Francisco 49ers are on the clock. It's sounding like they're not on there for Justin Fields. It looks like it's supposedly Mac Jones or Trey Lance. I just don't know if I buy it, man. I don't know if I buy the smoke screens. I'm going to stick with Justin Fields here. And to me, he's still the best option there, can execute that. Justin Fields for the 49ers, Mike. You're on the clock with the Atlanta Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons draft Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, the tight end. He's still in the number 2 ranking here. So Atlanta Falcons get the tight end, Kyle Pitts. Okay, the Bengals are on the clock. What they need here is another weapon for Joe Burrow. They're going to light it up, and they're going to go with Jamar Chase, my number 1 right pass catcher in this NFL, in my opinion. Jamar Chase to the Bengals. Mike, you're on the clock with the Dolphins.
The Dolphins. Oh, let me tell you, this one's tough here, guys. We're with the Dolphins here. As you can see, their team needs wide receiver, edge, running back, linebacker. The list goes on. We're talking about the Miami Dolphins. We're talking about the Miami Dolphins here. They got Tua over there. Tua needs a wide receiver, Joe. Jalen Waddle, number 6 overall. He's going to the Miami Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle to the Dolphins. Interesting. Makes sense. So you got Tua and you have Waddle available here. The Lions are on the clock. I'm projecting a major trade here, one that nobody's going to see, and that's going to be, let's see if we can pull this off. Oh, no. We can't do it on the regular? Sucky, bro. Sucky, dude. We might have to start this over so we can get some trades in here, man. Who does the trades? Is it PFF? We might have to change over
to
PFF.
PFF does the trades. Let's
get into it. This is lame. PF Network mock draft machine, you're a disappointment.
This is what happens when you're live, guys. Anything can happen when you're live.
Select round. Let's get right into it. Let's get this thing going. Let's get right into it. Enter. All right, Mike. Let me go ahead and get this one going. Good thing we caught it right before.
Ryan Doyle over there. I thought Mike was going to draft Felipe Franks there. Felipe Franks, he's got to get drafted, all right? I'll let you know when.
All right, here we go, guys. Sorry about that kerfuffle, but here we go. All right, like we said, first pick here for these guys is going to be Trevor Lawrence. Start the draft. All right, Mike. You said Zach Wilson for the 2.
Zach Wilson.
Number 3, I said Justin Fields. Number 4, you said Kyle Pitts. Number 5, I said Jamar Chase.
And I said Waddle here.
You said Waddle here. And now here is where I'm projecting a trade. Let me see if we can do it here, though. Let me see. I think you can. You can force a trade in here, too. I think you can. Let me see. We're going to go. Who wants to trade up? The team that I have wanting to trade up is going to be the Raiders. I think they're going to do something crazy here. They're going to trade up. They're going to get John Gruden is in love with quarterbacks. He has a history of this.
In love with the coco.
So let's just make that a trade here. We're going to do the trade here. So trade on the clock. Now, who they're going to take here? A quarterback. All right. And the player I have them taking, Trey Lance.
Wow.
You're on the clock, Mike. The Carolina Panthers.
The Carolina Panthers. Who did Chiefs just trade with? Who was that for the offensive tackle? Well, it was the Ravens. It was the Ravens. Never mind. Okay, so the Carolina Panthers, right? You're looking at this thing. Let me go to my notes here with the Carolina Panthers. Justin Fields is already off the board here.
Thank you, Dan the man.
This is tough, man. Let's give him a wide receiver, Joe. Let's give him Smith.
Okay, so you want to give him Devontae Smith. Okay, that's interesting selection there. The Broncos are on the clock here. They're going to take, let me see, the Broncos are on the clock. Quarterback. I don't know if they'll go Mac Jones. I think they're going to go Penei Sewell. He's still on the board here, so he's going to come off the board here to the Broncos. Mike, you have the Cowboys pick here at number 10.
Right? Okay. So I got the Dallas Cowboys selecting. Are you ready for this? J.C. Horn.
Okay. I'm down for it. I like that pick here. The Giants are on the clock. These guys here, they're looking for some more offensive help to confirm whether or not, Daniel Jones is the answer. And, who they take here? I don't think they go Bateman here. I don't really like that then for the Giants. They might go a defense player here. Let's see who you got here. Actually, you know what? They're going to go the best defensive coordinator here. Coordinator. They're going to go Patrick Surtain here, cornerback.
Really? Dang. So the Philadelphia Eagles, I think they're going to get some offensive line help. No, I'll take that back. I can see the Philadelphia Eagles drafting Micah Parsons, Joe. Final selection.
Okay. The Chargers are on the clock. Their selection here, they're actually going to go Elijah Vera Tucker.
Ooh. The Vikings, I can see them getting the edge rusher out of Michigan.
Kwity Paye?
Yep.
All right, Kwity Paye. It's a Mike Zimmer selection there. The Patriots, the quarterback falls right in their lap. Mac Jones is the selection here for the Patriots. Mike, you're on the clock with the Arizona Cardinals.
You know what? They need some offensive line help there with the Cardinals. They need some DB help right there too. They just lost Patrick Peterson, Joe. The Cardinals select Patrick Surtain.
That selection is denied.
Oh, who took Surtain already?
Surtain went to the Giants at 11.
All right. Let's do what is it, Russo?
You want Russo here at 16?
Yep, defensive line help.
Okay. The first reach of the draft has happened. Gregory Russo. No, I'm saying. I don't know. Guys, let us know. Gregory Russo, do you like him here in the first round? Here comes the Lions pick, bro. The ones that they traded with the Raiders. They're now on the clock at number 17. All right. Coach Campbell looking to bolster up this team. He's able to land Rashawn Slater still on the board. You were on the clock, Mike.
Yep. The Miami Dolphins get Christian Barmore.
Interesting. Very interesting pick indeed. Number 19, the Washington football team is on the clock. These guys here, they were wanting to trade for Eric Flowers. I don't know if they actually ended up trading.
They did.
They get him?
Yep, they got him.
They got him back. Okay. So maybe that's not so much of a big need for them. Where do they go from here? Let me see who's available. Quarterback is not available. They're going to go JOK right here. I hate it, but they're going to do it. JOK to the Redskins. Football team, I mean.
The Chicago Bears, they need some help with some wide receivers there. They need Andy Dalton to have some weapons, so there's no excuse. They're going Bateman, Joe, out of Minnesota.
Bateman to those guys right there. Okay. The Colts on the clock, they're going to fortify that offensive line some more. They're going to have possibly the best offensive line in all of NFL with all their shrewd moves, Quentin Nelson, all of these guys, and they're going to finish it off here with Christian Darrisaw. Solid offensive line. The Titans are on the clock, Mike.
Yeah, the Titans, they lost a lot of corners. They cut a lot of corners, cap casualty corners, Joe. They gotta clean some stuff up there. They're going Greg Newsome, Joe.
Okay. Interesting selection there. The Jets are back on the clock. their second first-round pick of the first round, their first selection, Zach Wilson. All right. Who do they go here? Quarterback has already been selected.
Give him a wide receiver.
Yeah, they need a wide receiver. I don't know if I like any of these guys here. However, not liking that. Not liking that at all.
Oh, BPA, Joe. BPA.
Trevon Merrick, the Jets. They did lose homeboy. Saleh is a defensive coach. I think they're going to go here. They're going to go with a defender here, but not what everybody thinks. They're going to go Jalen Phillips right here, the edge rusher.
Ooh. Pittsburgh Steelers are on the clock. I think they need a quarterback, they need tackle, they need guard. Is Vieira the guard? Is he there?
He's already been selected, bro.
He's already been selected. Good Lord, we're going through this stuff quick. Oh man. Let's scroll down a little bit. I can only see 3 players here. Ooh. A tackle. Go back up. I don't know if Walker Little, that's too rich for me.
Yeah, that's too high. That's too high for him.
Let's flipping Jays. Go to the BPA tackle for me on the drop down list if you can, please, Joe.
Offensive tackles.
He's still there. No, I don't see anything going there. Good Lord, what's the chat saying for the Steelers?
Chat, guys, everybody in the chat box, help Mike select his Steelers pick here.
Now, G. Harris, running back. Okay, you know what? I that might, Mario, you might be onto something there. Yeah, let's go running back. Consensus is running back. I needed some help there.
Najee Harris?
Yep.
Okay, that's a good pick there for them. The Jaguars are on the clock here in the 25th pick. All right. They just got Trevor Lawrence. They're going to fortify that offensive line some more. And they're going to go Tevin Jenkins right here.
Ooh. The Browns, just like the Cowboys. I think this is Terrence Mitchell's over there. I don't think they buy into Terrence Mitchell as much. Let's go. Let's give him. Go back up. Let's give him. Go right there. Let's give him Jason Owa, Penn State.
Okay, so Jason Owe makes an appearance in the first round. I could see that happening. The Ravens are on the clock. They continue to chase wide receiver. Who's left? Wide receivers here. I really like Elijah Moore. They have too many small dudes on that team already. Let me see here. No, I don't think they'll go there with that. They did just trade away their tackle here. They're going to go Liam Eichenberg, offensive tackle, Notre Dame.
I think the Saints, with Jenkins getting up in age, I think they're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on Trevin Morgan at TCU. Local guy, Louisiana, New Orleans, just right there. I can see them doing that.
Trayvon Merrick is the selection for the Saints. That's a good pick there. I like that. The Green Bay Packers are on the board. They need to redeem themselves after having a disastrous 2020 NFL draft. Who are they looking for here, guys? Wide receiver. Don't like these guys either. Let me see here. Linebackers here. 3-4 defense. They're going to go with Zaven Collins. This is going to be the selection here for the Green Bay Packers.
I think I know there's some Caleb Farley medicals, but the Buffalo Bills have a great training facility, probably one of the best in the NFL, second to the Cowboys, if I'm being honest with you guys. I think Caleb Farley would be great in Buffalo at that training facility, at that rehab facility they got there. I think the Bills are going to take Farley, Joe.
Okay. He stays in the first round. The drop ends for Caleb Farley and his back. The Ravens are on the board again, getting that trade. They're back. We already got our tackle, our offensive line. Do they go defense here? I think this is defense. And I think they're looking at Azeez Ojulari, edge rusher out of Georgia, goes to the Ravens.
Can you click best BPA quarterback for me? Oof. Let's get out of that. Let's go BPA safety. Ooh. You know what? Elijah Molding in Tampa. Jamar Johnson in Tampa. Richie Grant. Interesting. Very interesting. That defense is good. Okay. Let's go D-line for them too. Let's see. There you go. Read my mind. Oh, there's Levi. There's Milton Williams too. There's McNeil. Let's give him McNeil. The biggest reach of them all right there.
All right, so let's go over our 32-team first-round selection. We got Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Pitts, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle. The Raiders trade up and get Trey Lance. All right. Devontae Smith, Penei Sewell to the Broncos. J.C. Horn went to the Cowboys. Patrick Surtain to the Giants. Michael Parsons to the Eagles. Vera Tucker to the Chargers. Kwity Paye to the Vikings. Mac Jones fell in the lap of the Patriots. Russo, number 16. Interesting indeed. Rashawn Slater to the Lions. Christian Barmore to the Dolphins. JOK went to the Washington football team. Rashad Bateman to the Bears. Christian Darrisaw to the Colts. Newsom to the Titans. Jalen Phillips to the Jets. Najee Harris to the Steelers. Tevin Jenkins mauling people left and right with the Jaguars. Jason Owe, the speedster. Liam Eichenberg, tackle to the Ravens. Trayvon Merrick to the Saints. Zaven Collins to the Packers. Caleb Farley lands in Buffalo. Azeez Ojulari to the Ravens. And then Liam McNeil, the bottom of the first round, guys. Very interesting indeed.
He was 51. He was 52 overall on that board. That's an A-. That's crazy.
The worst.
These are good grades, Joe.
These are good grades. The only one that was not was the
Russo.
D-. What was that one? Let's see.
It's Cardinals pick, the one I gave them.
Arizona got the B-. Guys, this was a lot of fun. We're only 20 minutes into this. Do we want to go ahead and continue to have some more fun here tonight, guys? Do we want to roll with a quick Cowboys mock draft? If you're down for it, let us know in the comments.
Say that again.
Do you want to do a Cowboys quick mock draft?
All 7 rounds?
We can do it.
We can debate on who we want there.
There we go.
If we don't got the same play, let's do it, Joe. Let's do it. We'll have the fans debate too. It's be a 3-way debate. We're all in the war room.
We're all in the war room. All right. We're going to debate with Jerry. We're going to pull the crazy card out of his hand and make the selections.
We're all Will McClay, Jerry, and the Scouts.
All right. Here we go. All right, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat box. Make sure you guys are pounding that like button. This is our final stream, final mock draft of the year, guys. So if you're liking it, if you're digging it, pound that button, baby. All right. So that was fun there. Now,
yeah, that was good. Good grades.
Let's get down now to a Cowboys quick 7-round mocker. We will debate a little bit here, but we won't drag this one on too long. Let's do it. All right, let's see. Let's adjust this a little bit. Draft for needs.
And go
randomness.
Hit that speed a little bit. Yeah, you got speed all the way up. Cool.
Yeah. Public versus PFF. I think the public is a little bit more accurate. We'll go there with that. All right, guys, let's get going. Rounds 7. Here we go. Cowboys. Final first report mock draft of the year.
Cowboys did say they're looking for a backup quarterback. Felipe Franks is getting drafted.
Let's go. Here we go. We are on the clock. Pitts went right before us. There went Trey Lance. Interesting already right there.
Sertan's gone.
Sertan is gone.
Penny Sewell.
For me, I'm going J.C. Horn here, Mike.
J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn. All the guys screaming Kyle Pitts. Go look at the Washington football team's defense and come holla at me. How are you going to protect your asset?
Yeah, the Kyle Pitts talk. It's pretty much it's dead in the water, guys. He's going to go early.
The only offense, and the point to that is the only offense I want, Joe, would be offensive tackle or guard
in the second round. So we got our corner guy, our dog. Now, where do we want to follow up with this, Mike? I'm thinking. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and tell me your thoughts, and I'll give you mine.
I would love to see linebacker, right, with the health questions of Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith being inconsistent. Sean Lee just retired, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could see Cowboys going linebacker in the second or third round, Joe.
Okay, who do you like here? I actually agree. I think it's either going to be edge or linebacker myself.
1,000% agree. I don't know. I think it's too rich there for me. Jamin Davis, I like him as a hybrid, playing linebacker and rushing. But to me, I think that's a little rich for me.
So let's look at edge. You got Perkins. You got Turner available still. You got Joe Tryon. It's a good one there.
Consensus right now is Jenkins.
Jenkins?
Mm-hmm.
Which Jenkins?
What's Jenkins?
Who's saying that? Jenkins.
Soup Trap. Brian Peters saying Jabril Cox. He said he likes him. He's not saying draft. He's saying he likes him.
Okay, let me see here. Tevin Jenkins in the round 2. He's still there, but would he really be there? No. That's interesting. Tevin Jenkins might still on the board in the second round. Would that really happen, though?
I don't know. But it's our mock draft. We got to take what's fallen to us, right?
Yeah, we can here. That would be the pick. If he's there in the real draft, you do have to go Jenkins. So do you want to go with that scenario? Just go with this?
I mean, we can't change the board.
Yeah, we'll go Jenkins there. You cannot beat the value there. That's why I was saying Jenkins. What the hell is he? How is he still there?
The Cowboys do say follow your board. We got to follow the board, Joe.
There we go. Number 75, Mike.
Yes.
In the third round.
Where either Molden or Jamin Davis right here in the third. Yes, I love me some Marvin Wilson. He's probably the best tackle in the draft, defensive tackle in the draft. But I'm in the. If Joe, if it was me, I'll be arguing with Jerry on why Jamin Davis and Molden should be in discussions.
For me, I would go Molden here. For me, you're getting you have Kazee on a low contract. He's like on a Clinton Dix type of deal. Elijah Molden, similar measurements. He's slightly heavier than Kazee. But I think that could be the plan. The Cowboys had him as one of the very first virtual visits. I reported that early on in the offseason with my connection. So Elijah Molden, high interest there. I know the Cowboys have high interest there. They probably like him more in the second, but in this mock draft, we'll go there with Elijah Molden. And there's your safety for the Cowboys. Our third round pick, Mike, the comp pick number 99.
Oh, look at that. So Jamin Davis is staring you right in the face, Joe. I mean, we can go look at tight end, BPA tight end, but I don't know.
In the real draft, I don't think this happens. But if he's here, I'm taking him, Mike. We need a linebacker. You know what I mean? Like in the real draft, I think the Cowboys are going to be looking at linebacker or safety for that second round pick. But for our mock, Jamin Davis is there. You got to take him.
You got to take him.
You got to take him. He's best player available. And Cowboys are looking at linebacker, and they went to his pro day. We're now on the clock on the 4th round, Mike.
If Jamar Johnson's there, I'm going. If I want to take a chance, Kelvin Joseph's there too. You know, I mean,
we got our safety with Molden already there in the 3rd.
But Molden is free safety though.
Yeah, it'll be Molden and Wilson. They'll be back there in the back. So here in the 4th round, double dip
corner.
You could go Joseph, double dip there. I like him more on the outside, though. I don't necessarily think he's a slot corner, but he does give you solid depth. But if he's there, shoot. Do you want to go offensive line here? Do you want to look at defensive tackle? Let's take a look at defensive tackle here in the 4th round, Mike. Milton Williams still available. Tommy T.
Yeah, there's Tommy T right there. Bobby Brown, the 3rd, is there.
Milton Williams. Let's change it up. Let's go with Milton Williams here, Mike. I know Cowboys have high interest there.
Yep.
Let's nab it. So we got Milton Williams here in the 4th round. This draft is going supremely well so far for the Cowboys. They're turning around the defense.
I'm smiling. I'm grinning ear to ear.
4th round.
Let's look at wide receivers here in the 4th, Joe.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think they are going to come away with one in this draft. Palmer, K. Johnson, Jalen Darden, Fahoko, Powell, Amari Rogers is there. Jacob Harris, that was the tight end, but they have him here listed as a wide receiver. Shi Smith, we're here in the 4th round. Who do you like? Any wide receivers there you like? You want to look somewhere else?
Let's look somewhere else.
Look at offensive tackle. Well, we already got Jenkins. Let's look
at tight end.
Tight end. Tommy Trimble's still sitting there. You got to take that pick right there.
Yep, I agree.
You got to take Tommy Trimble right there. And that's it. Kicking ass. We're going to be running all over people. Tevin Jenkins, Trimble. Jeez. 5th round, Mike. Do you want to double dip at linebacker? Do you want to double dip at cornerback?
We could. Let's look at linebacker here.
Linebackers. Ernest Jones, McDuffie, Buddy Johnson.
Buddy
Johnson sounds good there. Nick Nyman. That would be a good one there as well. Iowa.
Yeah. I'll be in Iowa next week. It's a sign.
So that's linebacker there. A couple of good options there, Mike. What other position do we want to look at? Do we want to look at interior? Get us a backup center, backup guard. Drew Dahlman's there. Mike Manette, Penn State's there.
Aaron Banks is there.
Aaron Banks, the guard, the behemoth. Ron Leary 2.0. That's Aaron Banks. If you want Ron Leary, if you wanted him when he was available, this is your guy, Aaron Banks. I think he goes earlier in the real draft, but you want that type of player? That's Aaron Banks.
You can take care of that right there.
Yeah. Now, we did talk about quarterback, Mike. Let's not forget.
If we're in the 4th round with a comp pick, this is where Dak Prescott was taken, Joe.
Well, we're in the 5th round.
Oh, shoot.
We got Boucher. How do you say that one there? Felipe Franks and Sam Ehlinger.
Felipe Franks. I don't know why he's not higher on the. I mean, the guy has great footwork. He has a cannon for an arm. He's accurate. I honestly don't get it. I really don't. I mean, seriously, you turn on the tape, go watch Felipe Franks. You're gonna say, "Damn."
Yeah, he actually, and the Senior Bowl was actually pretty good. I mean, it's not like he didn't have a good Senior Bowl.
Right. You turn on the tape, you turn on the Senior Bowl, that's what you see, Joe. I don't know why people don't have him higher. I honestly don't. I really think he's going to go a lot sooner than people expect.
Arkansas, Jerry Jones. They could go. You want to go Felipe Franks here? 5th round?
Let's go Felipe Frankies. And I ain't talking ballpark wieners.
There we go. There we go. Moving right along. Forsythe's still there. I don't know if that's realistic, but he's still there. If you want
Jamar
to,
Johnson's still there too.
Yeah, that's crazy. PFF simulators. I don't know.
Can we look and see who we drafted already?
How do you look at who you've picked in this thing? Is there a way to look?
I guess not. Shit. What about analysts? What is that? Nope.
No, nothing there. Trace, draft the player.
Nope. All right. Let's get back to work here.
Double dip. Let's look at cornerback. Trey Brown's there. Bryce Thompson. Darren Hall. Cowboys visited with him. Virtual. We're in the 6th round. Trey Brown still available. Linebackers. So we look at that. Right. Edge. Want another edge guy?
Yeah.
Chauncey Golston still available. Janarius Robinson. Those are two pretty good ones there, Mike.
Golston, yeah. I do like Golston a lot.
You want to go Golston there or Robinson? I like either one of those guys there.
I like Golston.
All right, let's go Golston. 6th round. Chauncey Golston. And that's your new Tyrone Crawford out of this draft class. Can play on the outside, can play on the inside. Not the fastest, but pretty good. Comp pick in the 6th round, Mike.
Where are we at here? 6th round?
Comp pick in the 6th round, baby.
Now we're looking at special team players, right? So
you're probably looking at some kind of linebacker, maybe another.
Trey Brown, it would be a great special team player for me.
Running back, I like that one there too. I'm gonna take him there, Mike. You get some depth there behind Jordan Lewis, special teams. Yeah, I like that there. 7th round pick. This is our final pick of the draft, Mike. Who do they not want to battle for in free agency? Who is that name? Who is that player? That's who they're going to go with here in the 7th round.
Let's look at linebacker. We might have to triple dip in linebacker. I'm being straight up.
You got Jermaine.
Excuse my daughter. 1 second.
Jamin Sherwood. He's still available there. He's a hybrid type of safety / linebacker. That would be a good one there. Drew Dahlman, the center. I wouldn't mind getting another center in the mix. Somebody behind Biadish. So Drew Dahlman out of Stanford would make sense there. David Moore, the guard, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know how he's still available, but those two, the value there, I don't think you can beat that, Mike. No. David Moore or Drew Dahlman. Just kind of me speaking out loud.
More, but with those Stafford guys, they know how to run a West Coast offense too.
Yeah, they're pro ready.
Yep.
Let's go Dahlman here in the center, 7th round.
Wow.
Awesome, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Mario Flores. Can we get the Boss Man Fat impersonation? Okay, here we go. That's the Boss Man Fat impersonation.
That looked like Homer Simpson to me.
Yeah, it's part of it. It's part of it.
Do it again.
Let's look at our recap. So here's our Cowboys recap. J.C. Horn, Tevin Jenkins, incredible value. Bro, if that really happens, dude, I'm getting drunk on some champagne, bro. Like that would be
night, Joe. It'll be Friday night, Joe. You do what you please.
That would be insane, bro. Elijah Mullins, that's the steal right there. What I think is going to happen here, Mike, here's what I think. I think Jenkins goes in the 1st, but Molden, I think, is going to be in the mix for the Cowboys in the 2nd. You know, I think that's a big target for them. Or linebacker. The two positions that they have drafted the most in the 2nd round have been linebacker and edge. So think about your linebackers, you know. and forget about the mocks where these guys have been projected, right? So when you think about a linebacker, somebody that can play 4 downs, you got to think about the names. You got to look at Pete Warner's. You got to look at Jamin Davis. Those two would be the main ones there in the second round for me. Nick Bolton, if they break away from the metrics, Mike, Nick Bolton is a name there to watch there in the second for a linebacker.
Yep.
Joe Tryon is an edge rusher. That would be a guy to look at on the edge if we're looking at edge. Peyton Turner's another one there in the second. Possibly Ronnie Perkins. Some of these guys will get drafted earlier than what all these mocks have been saying. That's why when the draft happens, Mike, when some people go earlier, they're like, "What the hell? That's a reach." But
hey, and that's why I said what I said when we first opened this, Joe, is because I love the debate on all social medias, of who you want. And on draft night, for 3 days in a row, they settle your own debate. And whether you lose or whether you win,
shout out to Lunatic.
At the end of the day, win or lose, you got to learn from it, and that makes you better next year.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Shout out to everybody in the chat box. Let's continue to look at our mock here. Jamin Davis, that would be incredible. Milton Williams, high interest there. Tommy Trimble, man. You get him in the 4th round, incredible value.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, Tommy Trimble, is Moose Johnson as a tight end that can catch the ball. He's going to open lanes. He's going to finish the block. He's going to embarrass your quarterbacks and safeties. He's going to blow them out of the water. And we're going to have Zeke running all over the place and Tony Pollard or whoever's running. We got to get to mauling people again, right, Mike? So I wouldn't be surprised if they go offensive line, right? So
they got to go offensive line in the 1st or 2nd round. That's where the talent's at. Yes, you can spread that out, but when you want real talent, you got to go in the 1st or 2nd. I'm great for offensive line in the 1st, and I'm great for offensive line in the 2nd, but you got to take care of that, and you also got to take care of your corner or your linebacker position, Joe. And I really think the Cowboys are going to do that.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, Dax is really great at play action. Really great. You look at his numbers, you look at his stats. You're a pro Dak guy. You don't want Kyle Pitts. You want an offensive lineman if you're a pro Dak guy, because his play action ability on the run is phenomenal. It's probably the best in the league. You got to protect that. You got to get Zeke and Pollard this football. You got to create holes. You got to set up play action.
Yeah. Play action has been the bread and butter of this offense. Mike, the quarterback position that we talked about before we started making picks, whether it's Felipe Franks or some other names to consider, you know what I mean? You think about players like a Kellen Mond. They went to that pro day. Kellen Moore was there for Kellen Mond. And Kyle Trask, the Cowboys were at that Florida pro day, so, they got to look at him. So some of these quarterbacks could be in the mix as mid-rounders, right? So like Kellen Mond, Kyle Trask, Felipe Franks, I think it will be a name to think about. Because I think the last couple of drafts, like a whole lot of them, they have plucked from the Senior Bowl. So, some Senior Bowl guys, we have a couple in this one. So you think about Senior Bowl players that were at the Senior Bowl, and Franks is one of them, Golston's one of them, Trey Brown was one of them. So there's a little bit of that to consider. So that's a possibility there. I like that. Chauncey Golston, Mike. I feel like the Cowboys need to come out of this draft with that replacement for Tyrone Crawford. I know a lot of people didn't really like Crawford, including myself, but he had a very good role. He was a good role player, right? When you're talking about a player that gives you that position flex, can give you some sort of production, you know what I mean? Can play the run, can, press the pocket a little bit. So for me, Golston would be that type of player a little bit later. If you want somebody like that earlier, you're looking at Boogie Basham, Peyton Turner, those types of edge guys that can give you that flex mind. But I think you do want to come away with one of those types of edge rushers, right, Mike? One that has that in and out flex. They love that around here.
Yeah, absolutely. You're 1,000% correct, Joe. You got to have some type of flex. We talk about Crawford, and you can hate on Crawford all you want, but don't forget there was a Dontarian Poe here on this football team.
Yeah, was he? I don't even think he was on the team. He was that was an empty jersey. Gosh, that guy was terrible.
And so that's what I'm trying to weigh out for you guys. Is as Crawford retired, we had a big void there because he wasn't a Dontarian Poe. He had a high motor. He never gave up. And so we got to get guys like Goldston in here to fill that void. We don't have a leader on this defense. That's why I'm so adamant for J.C. Horn, Joe. Sean Lee's gone. Sean Lee can't give pep talk on the sideline unless he joins the coaching staff. But if my prediction for Sean Lee's correct, retire, take a year off, and then come back and coach.
Yeah, I think that's what it sounded like too. And he needs to detach from the game for a little bit, enjoy his time with the family, and then come back and get back into.
That was my prediction. So
I think that's what's going to happen. And that'll be good for the Cowboys. So,
being said that, the leadership Sean Lee had on this football team, what DeMarcus Lawrence one of being the highest paid guys with his mouth to the floor while Sean Lee's giving pep talks against the Washington football team out of all teams. And for him not to step up and take that role, this defense, you can have all the talent in the world, but they're going to be lost. You got to have J.C. Horn as that leader, or a veteran's going to have to step up somewhere.
Yeah, J.C. Horn, he would be a culture change to the locker room, to the defense. He would basically be your Des Bryant of the defense, that fire, right? That Michael Irvin, Des Bryant type of fire to rally the troops, get that swagger back on the field. Man, that's what we need, like real swagger, not this manufactured swag that you can't buy into it. You know what I mean?
It's not the Hot Boys swagger.
Yeah, that's that Hot Boys crap was a disaster. Mike, let's talk a little bit about the cornerback double dipping. I think of positions that you want to double dip would be cornerback and linebacker, right? Because we let a lot of people go, and you brought in, you signed up Jordan Lewis, but you let go to Cheeto. They brought in that other cornerback who's already suspended for some performance enhancing drugs, so he's going to miss his first 2 games. Could be a camp body. So, you got to add another body in there. And for me, you want to add somebody that in the mix, somebody that can give you that interior and exterior. Trey Brown can do that, but there's a couple of other good cornerbacks that can give you that. So I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. They might do what they did in, what was it, 2017, right? Where they went Cheeto, and then they went and then they went with Jordan Lewis, right? So that could very well happen. Yeah. So that's interesting there. Now, Mike, the center, we talk about center. We have Connor McGovern, who I thought he did pretty good at the guard position filling in. When we had Zach Martin cover there at tackle and Connor was there. McGovern, I thought he held up pretty good. I think he looked good. So then, but he gives you that center flex, right? But then you start looking to the future. We always say the draft is drafting for now, but also the future. So Connor Williams, do you think he's coming back? You think he's going to earn himself out of Dallas? Like he's going to ball out and get a bigger contract? Cowboys won't be able to pay him. I have a feeling. For me, I think that's what might happen.
I honestly think the Cowboys are going to let Connor Williams walk, Joe, because I don't see the consistency from Connor Williams. He had some holding penalties, and that could be, you had Brandon Knight on that side. You had Terrence Steele on that side. There just wasn't a lot of consistency to the right and to the left of Connor Williams. So I honestly don't think. I think I think the ceiling for Connor Williams is there. I get it. He was bullied and stuff like that. Inspiration to other teams, but you got to kill the dream if you don't live up to the NFL hype. And he's not living up to it, Joe. We got to kill the dream.
Yeah. No, I think they move on. So what it is if you go through that process, you got to have somebody in place. So I think that Connor McGovern could move into that left guard position, but it's the reason why we took Drew Dahlman to center. You know what I mean? You need somebody like a legit center, You know what I mean? Not this flex kind of guy. I mean that's good and everything, but I'd rather have somebody from a pro style offense like Stanford.
Yeah,
Drew Dahlman's a good one.
Stanford or Wisconsin, when it comes to offensive linemen, they're the cream of the crop.
Yeah, and Notre Dame, obviously. So these guys, I think they could be in the mix there for one. It'd be crazy, bro, if they come out. What would be one of these moments that might catch fans off guard, Mike? Would be if they draft a guard early. You know what I mean?
For me, though, it would because I would love it. I would love it because the play action Dak gives you is out of this world. You got the whole when the whole Kyle Pitts hype hit the thing. I'm like, these fans are brainwashed. They're brainwashed. Why would you want Kyle Pitts? Protect Dak Prescott. He's coming off where his foot was just hanging by skin. Protect him.
Yeah, so a guard early would be one of those ones, Mike. I think in the second round, let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about the second round, right? If they're going to roll the dice, and I did a poll on Twitter, right? I did a poll on Twitter as far as like if these certain players were available, and knowing the Cowboys, they go after like a Sean Lee, right, who had the ACL, and they go after a Gregory Rousseau possibly, but they get Randy Gregory, right? You go and get Randy Gregory. So what I'm looking at here, Mike, is this, and I want to get everybody's input on this because I think this could face the Cowboys in the draft, and I want you guys to comment on this and let me know what you guys think. So I tweeted this earlier. Who could you see Dallas rolling the dice for in the second round? Okay, and I'm talking about the Cowboys, not us as fans, right? The leading dog here is Caleb Farley. Who could you see? So the Cowboys, would they take Caleb Farley there? Kelvin Joseph second and Russo there in the third, right? So what do you think, bro?
And you have draft Pitts at 10 for that guy right there. I can't take that stuff serious. No, I mean, you didn't give him. I mean, Kelvin Joseph, I could see the Randy Gregory pick there, the chance taker. Caleb Farley, I really think Buffalo Bills has a high chance of taking him. Being honest with you, that's why I mocked him there. Greg, you didn't give him a good selection, if I'm being honest. But I would say the Calvin Joseph would make more sense.
Yeah, so what we're talking about here is roll the dice like your risk players, medicals, off the field, this types of things. So with Russo, he opted out. His pro day wasn't very impressive, but you look at those 7 games, right? 15 sacks in 7 games. And they did a virtual with Gregory Russo, so he's on the radar, which is kind of scary. So could he be the pick in the second round? We were just talking about edge rushers, Mike. So Russo, if he's still there, that would be interesting. That would be one of those moments where fans would be like, I don't know.
You never know, man. You never know.
Caleb Farley was the leading pick there, Mike. So great mock drafts. I think as we get down to the nitty gritty, Mike, any other crazy predictions that you have here? Guys, let us know what you think may happen with the Cowboys. Give us your bold predictions for the NFL draft or for the Cowboys draft. Give us your bold Cowboys predictions in the comments in the chat box, Mike.
Bold prediction? No, this is bold, right? There's the chances of this happening is very rare. That's why it's all a bold prediction. Yeah. But the bold prediction of it was they go offensive line in the first round, Joe, and they go defense in the second round.
So you say bold prediction, offensive line in the first round?
Yep.
And defensive line in the second round?
I can see them screwing something up like that. That's my bold prediction.
Interesting indeed. My bold prediction.
Why defense?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna happen, bro. I think it's gonna happen. I think the Cowboys, they're gonna come out of this with a really good draft class. It's gonna be really hard for them to screw this up. And I wouldn't say that's a bold prediction. I'm just saying this is a general prediction of mine. I don't think that they're gonna screw this up. But what I will say, Mike, is that we see it every year. All the names that all of us, mock in this, maybe you hit on one, maybe two names at most, but for the most part, it's always other names that nobody has really been talking about. So, you know what I mean? I have my final mock draft that I will be releasing tomorrow on Wednesday, which will kind of look at these types of players. There will be a few here and there that we've been talking about, but I'm going to have a lot of different names in here that could be possibilities for the Cowboys, Mike. So, are there any names in this draft that nobody's really talking about enough or at all that you could see going to the Cowboys in whatever round?
Yeah, Marvin Wilson, I think would be a name. I really don't think Felipe Franks get enough credit, man. I really don't. I can see that happening. I think Calvin Joseph, I get it, the off-field troubles and stuff, but I think he won't go past the third round. It's going to be second or third round. You'll see Calvin Joseph leave, right? There's just so many players that aren't getting the talks that didn't opt out. It seems like more of the opt-out players are getting the talks than the players that actually played in 2020, Joe. Those are my players, the ones that aren't scared, that will ride or die for their team and in a pandemic play ball. That's what I like.
Guys, if you have questions, let's do a little Q&A here from you guys. Shoot us over some questions here, and we'll answer them here. We'll get started here with Mario Flores. ESPN Mock Draft Live has Horn over PS2, Mike. I think you and I have pounded the table enough on this. There's not too much more to discuss about it, but I think it's I would love J.C. Horn here for the Cowboys. I just think that
yes,
across from Trayvon Diggs, and if you get the right kind of guys as well at linebacker and defensive line, all of a sudden I feel like this defense really will turn the page on being soft, being not intimidating. Nobody's scared of them. They're going to throw on these guys all day long. That's one thing that you heard about from other teams, that the defense was very vanilla, right? It was very soft, couldn't stop a nosebleed. I think you got to get Horn as one of the cornerstones and turning the edge here. So for me, man, the culture change, I think, is the tiebreaker for me, Mike, for when it comes to J.C. Horn.
Yeah, no. When you're drafting Horn, you're getting an aggressive player, and it don't surprise me that he has it. When you're drafting Patrick Surtain, you're getting Byron Jones, the player that will do what he's asked to do, and that's it. No leadership, no yelling, no celebrating. I need me some J.C. Horn, Joe. I don't need another Byron Jones attitude. Great attitude. I'll be happy with either or. But I need attitude on this defense.
The Lunatic's got a comment here for Dallas at 10. Lance will fall, and Chicago will trade up from 20, where we draft Newsome. That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be pretty nuts.
That's
the lunatic is speaking lunatikish.
So, but good bold prediction there by the Lunatic. Keep the questions and comments coming, guys. Let's see what else we got in here from you guys. Appreciate everybody that's joined us live for this prep for the NFL draft. Man, we're pumped, guys. And don't forget, we're going to be live day 1 and day 2, full coverage. And Mike, we have some goodies in the works for everybody that views our draft day coverage. Without telling anybody what it is, are you pumped for this?
Dude, guys, I'm telling you, be here, draft night, some awesome, awesome things are to come.
Indeed. Brian Peters, I prefer Horn as well. Not scheme dependent at all. Yeah, I agree with that there. He can play anywhere. I like that he travels with your number 1, so he can do that. He's not afraid of going with anybody else there. Byron Jones doesn't break bank. I'm fine with that. Soup Trap Cowboys picks: cornerback, O-line, defensive end, linebacker, safety. That definitely checks all the boxes on all of our needs, Soup Trap. So I'm down with that for sure.
I like that.
For sure.
If I was to switch, though, I'd switch linebacker and defensive end.
Yeah, good prediction there. CQ 100.
Keep it. That's how we keep it.
Fat goes platinum. Okay, see, we got here Ryan Doyle. So I guess Horn is the pick, like it or not. We got to take the good with the bad. Yeah, if that's the pick.
There's not a lot of bad when you're getting Horn, though.
Yeah. So with either one, I think you're fine, and you laid it out perfectly, Mike. You're with one of them, you're getting a Byron Jones, which isn't bad. You know what I mean? It's but you give him a second contract. So high ceiling for Horn is what I think. High floor for Surtain. Like he's good to go right out the gate. So is Horn, but I think Surtain just a little bit more. But the ceiling, I think you have more with Horn, and I think that's the other part that edges it out for me. The lunatic,
Great
not
point.
bold, but we're not trading back in the first round.
We could trade back. I see the Patriots and the Cowboys possibly. Patriots sitting at 15. I could see the Patriots or Cowboys probably doing something. If they were to trade back, it would be the Patriots or the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think that they're going to want to keep those picks. From what Jerry said in that pre-draft conference, it sounds like they have high value in these picks, and to me, I think they're going to just sit unless they get a deal that blows their socks off. Maybe
Bill Belichick could sweeten up the pot, though.
Yeah. Now the thing about the Patriots, they don't have a third round this year, so the only firepower they have for this year would be that first and their second. So. Which might be enough. If they move up from 15 to 10, you get the first, you get their second, right?
And possibly a sixth.
Yeah. You might
Michael Bennett pick back.
You might swap some late round picks or whatever just to make it gel or whatever. But yeah, the prediction, Sutra. Cowboys use comp picks to trade for an extra second or late first. Interesting. That's the other part of this, right? Do they indeed draft all 10 players, or do they package and move up and down or whatever? That's possible. There's a lot of stuff that really has to go on for this draft. So philosophy change. If they want to go Nick Bolton and Asante Samuel, they have to change their ideals, right, on the metrics. So that would be one. Packaging and trading. They haven't traded, they haven't been doing the Trader Jerry here in a long time, so that would be a change for them as well. So we'll see if they keep it the same mold. They might stick to being vanilla, just stay and pick.
Yeah.
I'm ready to look at the tape. Cannot cover Devontae Smith at all. I don't think anybody could cover Devontae Smith though.
That's why he's going to be going 5 overall somewhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't go too deep into that there. Mario Flores, I hope to God Fields is at 10. I want RG knee picks for that trade. Yeah, if you can get an RG knee, trade out of that's one of those blow your socks off type of deals, right? So
RG knee.
That would that would have to be the deal of deals, an RG knee type of deal. What do we got here? We got more questions and comments. Keep them coming, guys. This is a lot of fun here. We'll go a little bit longer here. Ryan Doyle. We just got to wait and see who falls with us. Didn't field some calls. Best offer available. Come on, Shanahan. Daddy needs Mac Jones in Miami to take Waddle. Didn't we made fun of Eagles trading that? The Eagles are just horrible at picking anybody. I'll be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they screw this up again. And I'm going to love it, bro. We're going to be live for that pick, guys. So make sure you guys are checking back here for that draft, because we're going to crap talk all these teams' picks except for ours, of course, but the lunatic will Well, we let Philadelphia trade up in front of us. Well, that's up to them. If they want to,
we have Cowboys have no control over that.
yeah, that'll be up to them. If they want to do that, I mean, it just makes them that look more incompetent. Because why would you go from 6 to 12 and then from 12 to go back? That would be like, dude, these guys don't know what the hell they're doing. So honestly, maybe that could happen because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So that could happen. Now, who would they take? Who cares? I really don't care about Philadelphia. They're not going to do anything. They could get Kyle Pitts, and they're not going to be able to utilize him. Their O line is atrocious. The head coach can't even do
Dallas Gollard. They can't utilize Kelsey, or what's his name over there?
That team's a disaster, bro.
Not Kelsey. Who's the other tight end that they're chopping around? What the heck's his name?
Well, they cut Ertz, didn't they? Didn't they let him go?
Oh, Zach Ertz is gone?
I thought. Or is he? I don't know if he's gone or they want to, but Alakai Trimble, are you guys related? Well, I think if we did the Ancestry.com, we might be. We might be, right, Mike, when you say that?
Hey, I already did my Ancestry, so I'm just waiting on you to do yours to see if we match.
Yeah, and Mike has a little bit of interesting in his. Don't you have like German or some crap?
French, a lot of French.
Yeah, I need to do mine. I'm interested to see if I have any of this European blood or whatever you want to call it.
But no, we're not related. But I've been following Joe since the Jalen Smith signing Notre Dame helmets with him and his boy. You know, that's a long time ago. And Joe. The Joe you get on screen is the same Joe you get behind the scenes. I had the pleasure to meet him at the draft. Same Joe. You know, sometimes you meet guys, they're just complete a-holes. They're short of life. Not yes. Joe, man. Not Joe. Joe, full of life, humble guy. And I was just fortunate enough to be on the Frisco Report with him.
Absolutely, Mike. Appreciate that, bro. David Smith? Great question here, Mike. I know this is just a first-round draft, but, Joe, do you like Braden Christensen, the offensive tackle out of BYU? Mike, what do you think about Braden Christensen? You like him? Zach Wilson's tackle. I think there's something to him there. You know, I think that would be one of the classic picks there that not a lot of people are talking about. That's exactly what we were talking about a little bit earlier. You know, but name recognition, where would I take Braden Christensen? I think he could go anywhere from the 2nd to 4th round. You know, it just really depends on who has him highly rated. So if the Cowboys were to take him, I would be fine with it. You know what I mean? Because for me, you're looking probably for your succession plan for Lyle. You know, I think they already kind of think that Brandon Knight might be that guy. You know, I think he did okay, but
I thought Brandon Knight did okay too.
Yeah, so I don't think that's as big of a need. But if you're looking for another right tackle, I think you got to get better than Terrence Steele. So somebody like a Braden Christensen, a Jack Carman, you know, Walker Little, these types of guys, I think that those could be like your possible succession plans for your right side, because they're going to see this is a prove it year for Lyle Collins. Are you ready? Are you in shape? Are we going to keep you past this year? I think this is a huge year for Lyle Collins, more than it is Tyron Smith.
And they already delivered the rubber stamp, Joe.
Yeah, so good question there, David Smith. Let's see what else we got in here. What else we got? What other questions and comments do we got in here? The Lunatic, here we go. If we draft JOK, does he start over Donovan Wilson?
Yes.
I would, for JOK, I would have him hovering around as your will. So for me, he would take reps from Neal. Work him in. He's going to eventually start. Neal, you know, how will he hold up? But you're going to keep him around the box. That's where JOK is going to excel. He's going to be like your Jamal Adams type. You know what I mean? And everybody wanted to trade 2 first-round picks for Jamal Adams. Remember, guys? Oh, a lot of people out there that wanted to do that.
Again, we'll see ET comments, man.
So if you want that type of player, JOK has that potential to do that. He really does. But it takes the right coordinator. You know what I mean? So You gotta have, and I think Dan Quinn can be that coordinator. I think he's creative like that. You know what I mean? I think he the players like to play for him. To me he's kind of like your 4-3 Wade Phillips type. They players love to play for this guy. You know what I mean? And so yeah, would he start over Donovan Wilson? I wouldn't really start him at safety. I think you can flex him all over the place. You know what I mean? So I think Donovan Wilson has carved out a nice place for him on this roster. He's a playmaker. I like Donovan Wilson. I don't think whoever we draft that you're bouncing him out of there. You're looking to upgrade the guy next to him. You know what I mean? Like Kazee. You got to get that upgraded.
I don't see how people were so hyped about Kazee. I mean, you look at his stats, you're like, who's this guy? What is he doing here? I mean, it just don't make no sense. They've been toying with that safety position forever. Stephen Jones said it himself. It's just ridiculous how they just keep abandoning that situation there.
Yeah, it is, guys. If you missed that pre-draft press conference, go check that out. It was great. Good little nuggets there.
I think people just get hyped. They want to just support their team. But you follow Cowboys corner, man. He's going to tell you how it is. Last year at this time, I had the most disliked video because I wasn't as thrilled as everybody was for CeeDee Lamb. I'm just going to tell you how it is.
Ryan Doyle, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I agree, Cleveland. I don't want to stunt the development of Wilson. Yeah, I think he's an ascending star on the defense. I like Donovan Wilson as a young player. I like Trayvon Diggs as a young player on that young defense. And I think they're going to add another piece there, whether it's Horn or Surtain or, throw in another safety possibly. That's going to be a young secondary, but, they have the chance to have some really good playmakers back there with this draft class. This draft class can turn this dang secondary around like that, bro. I'm pumped for it, man. Like, I can't wait, man.
It's time. I don't know if I don't know. There's really no tape to even say that.
Mm-hmm. We signed Kazee. That helps me believe we draft our Darius Washington. That's Kavanaugh's boy there. So our Darius Washington, for me, I have him as a 4th. But he's going to be one of those metrics players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the Cowboys will have to get away from that to draft a player like him. So the guys that we really like, Mike, we really like Asante Samuel, Nick Bolton. I think our Darius Washington falls into that category. I don't love our Darius Washington. I think he's good, but as a 4th rounder, you know what I mean? So that would be interesting, but it could happen, because they're looking at Molden. Molden's 5'10", 186. Kazee is like 170 something, right? So if you see the Cowboys take Molden in the 2nd, don't look at him as being another cornerback or your slot. He's going to be that Kazee guy. That's where they're looking at Molden. So
I'd be happy. I'd be a lot more happy than what we got there now.
I would love, dude, if we come away with Molden, or shoot, maybe if he starts falling in that 2nd round, I'll be on board on making a little bit trade up to go get him. Let's see what else we got here, guys. Yeah, the metrics, that is very frustrating.
Hey, and with Dan Quinn coming in here and Chris Richard having those metrics, I don't see a difference.
Yeah, they still like those. And McCarthy kind of mentioned that in his very first press conference where he had it alone. He said that he still likes those, 6'2", 6'3" linebackers. You know what I mean? So when he says that, is it smoke and mirrors? I don't think it is. I mean, he does like those types of. You look at what they did at Green Bay. It's the same type of profile for the most part. Alakai Trimble, you believe Hufanga is better? No, is closer to Palomalu or Sua Cravens? That's a good question. Palomalu, no. Sua Cravens, probably. I would lean more towards Craven, but Palomalu, definitely not. Palomalu was
once in a lifetime.
That guy was special, bro. That's a Hall of Famer.
All day, every day.
Palomalu's that guy. I love the way that guy played. What I love about the NFL is you love your team, but you can love players from other teams. I mean, at least I do. You know what I mean? Like I I like looking at how certain players play in the game. Like, damn, that guy's fun to watch. Like, I like that's what I like about the NFL. You know what I mean? Polamalu was one of those for me. So yeah, definitely he would be closer to a Sua Cravens, who's kind of like a physical, strong safety, like kind of like who Fonga is. So great question there, Alec. I appreciate you, brother. 2 more days until draft night. I'm pumped. Yeah, so am I, bro.
Hey, someone asked if we treat it like a Super Bowl and eat wings and shit. Do you do that, Joe? It was way up there. You clicked on it, but we never discussed it.
Yeah, so for that, I don't know, man. I'm more of a for me, I'm watching. I don't like to be caught up in eating the wings and cleaning my hands and all this other shit. I'm more of a beer and probably like some kind of snack. You know what I mean? Like maybe some nachos or something to dip in or whatever. Something that's not too messy. Maybe a pizza, maybe,
Yo, I got to tell you something. I already bought the queso dip, the rotel, and the chips, baby. I'm going all out.
Hey, that's the secret, bro. That's the secret. The rotel. That's the way to do it. Dustin Lowmiller, any thoughts on Fairmouth PS Penn State? So I think that's a good name to consider. He could go as early as the bottom of the first round for me. I think if you're looking at your number 2 tight end, who's I think he's a little bit more complete. He could go. He's got good size. He's got all the measurables. I like him.
You still got a draft board, Joe?
Yeah, let me see here. I think we got him.
When are you going to share this out?
Yeah, that'll definitely be linked up in our live stream, our draft board. If you missed that, I don't think I can put it in the chat box. I think I tried last time and YouTube blocked it. But we will have that out there, guys.
What about the description?
Yeah, it'll be in the description. And on this video, I'll put it in the description too. I'll pin a comment, guys. Go check out our big board. We go through 5 rounds. We went to 5 rounds, right, Mike?
Yeah.
So we went to 5 rounds on that. And
they're not necessarily in order, but they're in the order where we think they're gonna get drafted.
Mm-hmm. So here we go. I mostly know because Z and Z most rise on last season. What would the Cowboys' record be this year, Mike?
If healthy. And remember, there's an extra game. So you got to watch how you say record. There's no more 8-8. No more 11-5. Joe, I see the Cowboys being 13-4.
13-4. Interesting. What would the Cowboys' record be this year? Shoot, man. I don't know. They gotta show it to me.
If healthy, and if they draft right, 13-4.
Yeah, they have the potential. I'm gonna say 11 wins at least.
11-6.
I'm gonna say at the minimum 11-6. Now, can they do the potential being better? Absolutely. But that O-line, they gotta figure that out.
Very healthy.
They gotta figure that out. Joe, are you gonna be streaming on draft night? Yes, Sante Calvarero. We're definitely going to be streaming live. Make sure you guys check here. We're going to be here day 1, day 2, and we have special raffles that we're going to be, giving out here for raffles. If you donate some super chats, you will be entered into the raffle. And I can't wait to show you guys what we're going to have for day 1 to raffle. Day 2, awesome stuff coming the way, guys. So you want to check it out here with me and Mike. We're not going to be screaming and yelling in your ear.
I'll mute. I might do some screaming. So I'll mute, do my video, and then come back.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Are you Foots and Bunch going to do it in collab night, draft night? I want to make sure how many different devices I need. No, I'll be here with Mike. So it'll be me and Mike. Maybe like later in the weekend, I might link up with other guys, but it's going to be me and Mike day 1 and day 2 of the NFL draft. Frisco Report style, baby. So make sure you check back here, Alec. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know everybody will be going in between streams, so just make sure you hit us up as well. Earl G. Dom 74 in the house. Appreciate you, bro. What are your thoughts on Marco Wilson? Mike. I think we had him on our board. Florida. right? Marco Wilson. Where do we have that guy at? Marco Wilson. I know that guy there. Where are we at? Marco Wilson. Where do we have him at, Mike? He's the cornerback out of Florida. Yeah. I think we like his speed, but the shorter arms. For me, Marco Wilson, more of a slot cornerback for me.
I think we had him going in the 4th round.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we had Marco Wilson because we definitely had Marco Wilson on there. So I think
there was some debates there too.
Yeah, I think it was between the 4th and 5th. So we'll have that link in the chat there, Earl. But
in the description.
I like him, special teams guy, slot guy, speed guy. But the arms are a little short, so
T-Rex.
But somebody you got to look at. Appreciate the super chat, Earl. Thank you indeed. I know you're live streaming the draft, but will you split screen from? No, we can't do that, Ruben. That'll be a demonetization, blocking, banning from YouTube. We definitely won't be doing that.
We want to stay away from all copyright.
Yeah, so NFL doesn't play with that, bro. That's serious. You can get totally banned from that. So no, we won't be doing that.
This isn't Facebook.
Yeah. Hopefully Marco doesn't throw any more shoes. Ryan Doyle, which player would you most dislike? This is a good one, Mike. Which player would you most dislike the Cowboys draft in round 1, Mike?
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be super honest with you guys.
I think I know what you're going to say.
I dislike would be Kyle Pitts. I get the talent. I think he's number 3 on my board. I get the talent, but that does not help your football team. Remember when we drafted CeeDee Lamb and everybody said 40 burger? We only did it one time in 5 games with Dak Prescott. And that was a shootout against the Atlanta Falcons, who has the 4th overall draft pick. So do not buy in to 40 burgers, 60 burgers, 80 burgers, whatever the trend is this year. I will dislike the Kyle Pitts pick.
Yeah, that's Mike's take there. For me, it would be Kwity Paye. That one scares the crap out of me because the Cowboys did meet with him virtually. Okay, so but the production isn't there. You know what I mean? When I'm drafting a player, I want the production to be there at the collegiate level, and then usually it'll translate to the NFL. So Kwity Paye for me is scary. If they were to draft him, that would be one of those oh wow moments, but at the same time it would be like, oh wow, we screwed this up already. You know what I mean? So please
stay away.
Don't let it be Paye. That's my biggest dislike. I would take Parsons over Paye. I would take Pitts over Paye. I would take I might even – I don't know if I would take Russo over Paye, but dang it. It would be pretty dang close, bro. Like, I'm not a fan of Paye at all, bro. That would be my number 1, Ryan. Yeah. Good question. That's a great question, bro. Appreciate that, Ryan. Soup Trap agrees. Kwity Paye. Slater. I wouldn't mind Slater.
I wouldn't mind Slater at all.
Yes, that would be a start to the bad draft. Yeah, it would, bro. That would be like a buzz kill. Like you could be having get your roll on and then Kwity Paye.
It said dislike, not most hated. Let's make sure we understand the word of the question here. Dislike.
Oh, yeah, Phillips over Paye. Yeah. Dave Smith. So why not give Jalen Smith a chance this year in pass rush downs to play DE rush like Melvin Ingram? They're almost identical. Just see what he can do. So that's what they have been saying they were going to do because Jalen did do that at Notre Dame. They've been saying that for years. They have yet to do it. Okay, so should they do that? They should. He can do it, and he's got the speed to do it.
He can't do it. And I'm going to tell you why. How many times have you seen Jalen Smith blitz and not hit home? Leighton Vander Esch has blitzed and hit home more time than Jalen Smith has. Jalen Smith reminds me of the fat beer gut guy that drinks on Friday night after the high school football game that talks about how great he was in football. Jalen Smith's the fat guy of how great he was in collegiate. in the NFL. Jalen Smith isn't the collegiate Jalen Smith. Let's calm it down.
That's the great point there. You know, this was pre-injury. That's a really good point there, Mike, because he could do it at Notre Dame, but that was pre-Ohio State devastating injury, Jalen Smith. So yeah, those days have passed him. They try to get something out of him, and you guys know that's my college. I love Jalen Smith, but the ceiling has been reached, the floor has been reached, and we got to add some more guys into the mix. To be 100% honest, Ryan Doe, appreciate you, bro. That was a really great question. Just got here. I like Michael Parsons over both cornerbacks. What's your take? No, for me, I have both over Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons, I do think he's going to go in the first round. Don't get me wrong, and I think he has the potential, right, to do some things in here. But for me, with the Cowboys have a glaring need there, cornerback, it's got to be cornerback or offensive tackle. A linebacker definitely would be in the mix, right? So, shoot, that could be the pick. I wouldn't be mad at it, but at 10, I might be a little bit kind of like, I don't know. I might have to just be sold into it. I would definitely come around to it. I wouldn't like hold a grudge and be like, man, Michael Parsons, like. But I will say that the pressure would be on. You know what I mean? Like Michael Parsons, you got to show me something right out the gate. You know what I mean? And that's the same for Surtain or Horn. You know, these guys, you go that high at number 10, you are starting day one. There is no, we're going to work you in. You know what I mean? So that's how I see the number 10 pick. So, and that's kind of why I think that they may not go offensive line, because if they go offensive line, they do have to bump somebody, I would think. You know what I mean? If they go tackle, they go guard or whatever in the first round. Who are you bumping? You could bump C. Will, I guess. But that's a good question, though, Kenneth. Appreciate you, bro. If they're at 10, Parsons or Surtain. I go Surtain there, Mike. What about you?
Parsons? Surtain. I would go Surtain for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, great questions, guys. Great questions. Yes, that is true. Unfortunately, that is very true, Cleveland. CB is deep in this class. Yeah, I think the cornerback does stretch to about the 4th round. After the 4th, it thins out very quickly, though. So, but yeah, if you think about how far those different position groups stretch, yeah, I agree. Cornerback does stretch pretty good.
It does. I'd be happy with Tyson Campbell, too.
Asmado, I think Caleb Farley is going to throw an egg into the naysayers' faces.
Hi.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, guys, I think that's it. We had fun doing both mock drafts tonight. Our 32 mock, we had a little bit of some trades there. I like what we did in our mock. It's different players. Can't keep retreading the same guys in the mock draft. So great work there, Mike. Appreciate you. And then our quick 7-round mock draft, that was a lot of fun too. Different players, good discussion on all selections. I think they all make sense in some capacity. You know, so Mike, any final thoughts before we get into Thursday night's draft coverage?
No, man. I'll see you guys draft night. Flip through the streams. I'm sure there's going to be some good streams going on. I'm going to try to convince Joe when we go off air here to try to shoot some links out to guys like Vach and Law and stuff. See if they come in here and we could talk about, the pick and stuff like that. Just get 10 minutes of their time or whatever. I think that'd be fun. All collab and pick each other's brains and stuff, so we could help you guys flipping through things. But no, enjoy the draft, man. This is the NFL is great at marketing. They sold me with the NFL draft and making it big, traveling different cities and different cities. The NFL did a really good marketing, and all the draft is probably close right there next to the Super Bowl when it comes to the NFL. So I'm sold. I'm bought in, Joe. I can't wait to spend 2 days with you right here on the Frisco Report, aka Cowboys Blogs channel right here, and get some football in.
Yeah, bro. Well said. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great show. We're going to have some good raffles going on both nights, draft day 1 and 2. So that's going to get us through the first round, second round, and third round, hanging out with you guys. So make sure you guys definitely stop by. We will have our big board top 20, our top 75 in the link to here and in the live stream, guys. So really appreciate you guys for coming through all off season and the NFL draft coverage that we've been giving you guys. Soup Trap with a donation, 20 for the 2 days left till the draft. Yes, sir. 2 days, Mike. 2 days, Soup Trap. We'll be right into it. Hope we see you there live for the our draft coverage. Hope to see you guys pop in. Very great there. Appreciate you, Soup Trap. Always a good member of the channel there. A member, Soup Trap. But yeah, guys, I think that's it there. We were gonna see you here on Thursday night. We'll see you there. Make sure you hit the bell notifications to know when we go live. I will get the stream set up, and you'll see it there at the top of the channel, ready to rock and roll when Thursday gets here. But that's all we have right now, guys. Let's knock out this draft Thursday. Check out my final mock draft tomorrow, and we will see you for the next one, guys. Peace.